The cream always rises to the top. It's an old saying, but it still rings true even in Super Rugby. It is the big one, it's the big show, it's the big game. It is the Super Rugby Grand Final, and you cannot argue one little bit that the two best teams are in the final. These are the frontrunners from New Zealand, from South Africa, from Super Rugby. It's the Hurricanes at home in these horrible conditions up against the Lions from South Africa. It's Super Rugby final time. Let's get into it. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the Super Rugby series, where we have been following the action all year long, and now we are here at our final stop of the season. It is the big grand final. Winner takes all. One side will be going home empty-handed like the Hurricanes did last season. Now the Hurricanes, they have had the run to end all runs at home for all of the playoffs, and they have yet to concede a try since the round robin ended. That is one record that you will not match anywhere in Super Rugby. They are the favourites going into this game, and they've even got their captain, Dane Coles, managing to run out to start. It's the halves that will rule this match. Perenara and Barrett, their matchup with de Klerk and Yantes will be absolutely mouth-watering if they both click into action. The home team, though, have to be the favourites in this horrible weather in front of a packed house at Westpac Stadium. Well, the Lions don't mind taking the underdog tag for this matchup. They've travelled all the way from South Africa here to take part in this final, but the questions still being asked about what went wrong and how they let slip that top place finish that would have seen a home grand final for the Lions should they have beaten the Jaguares in their final round robin match. Doesn't matter, however, they've still made it to the final. They've still got their big guns blazing, but a tough ask it is to come to New Zealand to beat a white-hot Hurricanes to take the title a year after they were pipped by the Highlanders. The Lions also have their inspirational captain as well, Warren Whiteley, back in the team, starting at number 8, but it is Elton Yantes, the fly half for the Lions, who's been in sublime form this year, kicking things off. He's going head-to-head with Bowden Barrett, who's got the ball now, and now they set things alight with Shields to Adam Proctor. Vito! Just about slipping through a little gap, quickly recycled by the Hurricanes. It comes to the left side. Perenara going himself. Perenara looking around the corner for Jason Woodward. But the ball goes into touch. A very scrappy finish there from Perenara as he looked for the miracle play. Didn't come his way, but promising signs early for the Hurricanes as they made their way up and steal the line-out ball. Barrett, away to Willis, hello. Quick ball away to Proctor. That is a magnificent angle to pass. He feeds away to Xavier. And Artie Xavier goes into contact just over the 10-metre line. Now it's in the Lions' territory. Oh, Lonnie Uhila. Oh, he's lost the ball. Great steal, Ferreira. Hurricanes quickly get players there, but the Lions have the ball and they'll run it away through Faf de Klerk. Wide, finding room out here is Mapu. He is someone hard to stop, but he's picked up on the back from Marshall. And, well, Marshall has wrapped him up there, but he's blown off the contact by the cover of the Lions, and into touch goes Van Rensburg. Both teams showing a lot of intent straight off the whistle here in this grand final. All to play for. 3-man line out is the call from Coles. He'll throw in, he hits his man nicely. Fafita, and it goes away now to Barrett, to Shields in the back line. Hello, again, hello's through. He's going to look for his options, goes up over the top. It's bouncing wide for Jane. Jane lets it go, just about to the grasp. As now the Lions look to counterattack back. It is Van Rensburg.
Release.
And he takes it just outside the Lions 22. Short side, little dabble here by Mutsard, and he's taken into touch. Well, he got that sneaking suspicion of some room down the short side. How quickly it closed up on him, though. 5-man line out this time for Fida and Fanello for the Hurricanes. Barrett gets to the first receiver. Away for Victor Vito! He's through, and he's got support from who else but Corey Jane. The first try of the final goes to the Hurricanes. The home team are into the pouring rain. It is 5-0. Jane with the try. Beautifully set up off the set play from Victor Vito. He's so fast and explosive, he's hard to stop. Who else is there right beside him but Artie Savia? This is a great move by the Hurricanes. Barrett hits the line. Short ball. Cutting back around with Savia. Then you see Jane coming in to support the move that he wasn't a part of, but he knew the direction of the ball, where it was going. And it's that experience, that knowing of what is happening, that puts him up as one of the best going around. Experienced campaigner is Corey Jane, but of course yet to win his Super Rugby title. Here comes Bowden Barrett now. We have the chance from the tee from right in front, and he makes no mistake of that. Over it goes, 7-0, the Hurricanes over the Lions. Well, it's been a topsy-turvy opening quarter of an hour from these two sides. Both teams having a good chance on attack. Fighting hard on defence, desperation in the tackle as it falls to Shields, who pops away to Savia. And now Corey Jane away with it again. He bumps away one. Can't get away from the second. Quickly losing the ball at Tecklenburg. He's exceptional in that contact area. Barrett makes a nice tackle. Barrett gets up and steals it as well. Coles back to Wharelofa. Proctor. Barrett. Holo. Keeping it alive. May. Away. For Jason Woodward. He could finish this if he wants. He grabs ahead. A dreadful grabber. And it's a touch. Goes Kutsia. Well, I would have expected a lot better effort there from Woodward. That was just horrible grabber kick. Coles throws again for feet as the man they hit. Barrett. Oh, Bowden Barrett! Heavy resistance in the second line from the Lions, but he made that initial breakthrough. Holo! He's gonna do it himself. Well, the Lions were in disarray after that initial half break from Bowden Barrett. And Willis Holo makes them pay on the second phase. Don't get to see that scything run from Bowden Barrett. He did brilliantly, but Holo always too quick around the outside of a very stationary Mapu, who had nowhere to really look and support. He was wrong-footed. Holo got on the outside, and it was history from there. He saw Mapu, definitely had the speed on him, but he was too close to the line. Holo in. Hurricanes with their second. Well, here he is. This is the man. He made the initial bust that consequently put Kutsia out of the play. The fullback really cut down their defensive options, the Lions. And they paid the ultimate price now. 2 tries down. And Barrett makes it converted as well. 14-0. Hurricanes lead the Lions. 28 minutes gone. We have 12 to go in the first half of this big final of Super Rugby, but there's only one team in it at the moment, and that is the Hurricanes. As up goes Shields again. Savia to Proctor showing some wheels. We know Proctor's definitely quick, but the ball goes away to Mapu, the man we just spoke about, who pulls it in for the Lions on the 10-metre line, Hurricanes side of the field. Short pass away. Whiteley gets it away from Smith, and they hit it up straight into the big boys. Another round there from Crowley. Fires the inside pass. Hurricanes have it covered though. Mapu goes wide, looks wide nicely. Definitely numbers here for the Lions if they want to use them. There's still no way through there. Running is Ferreira. He's taken out by his opposite in the second row. Mapu goes himself again, pops it short up for Creel. And Creel goes to the ground. This is very short contact stuff from the Lions, and Faf de Klerk goes himself, almost gets through, but he's got yellow jumpers everywhere, and he loses the ball, and it's back to the home team. Holo lets it bounce to Barrett. Barrett's got support. It's Proctor, and Proctor will go in the 22 and score. What a finish! What a counter! Bowden Barrett seals the deal with Proctor. Quick support play. It's the numbers in the backs, and the overlap is where the Lions were found wanting. Beauden Barrett so quick, such a good distributor after he makes the break as well. And Proctor, we know from his time at ITM Cup level, is such a quick finisher as well. At depth on the wing, but he's doing such a good job here in outside centre. Third try for the Hurricanes. And they are running home with this one at the moment. Still a long way to go, however. Do the Lions find a way back from this? 19-0 down, kick to come from Barrett. Half-time will sing any second now. And there it goes. Barrett waits patiently for the buzzer to pass. Steps up and strikes another easy kick. It is 21-0. The Hurricanes doing it in an absolute breeze at the moment. The Lions have had no answer. They have been tenacious in parts on defence, but ultimately they have not had the ball to attack with. You can see on possession here, 36% is not enough to get you that go-forward momentum. Territory's been fairly even, but the Lions haven't had anyone to break the Hurricanes' defence, and that has been a massive part. 9 line breaks to just 2 by the Lions. The tackle count fairly even. Hurricanes are throwing those 50-50s, well, 100% more than the Lions at 7-0. Both sides definitely taking some opportunities, but the finishing not there for the Lions. The Hurricanes, however, 3 tries, and they are looking odds-on favourites in the box seat, whatever you want to call it. That's where the Hurricanes are at half-time of the Super Rugby Grand Final for 2016 here at Westpac Stadium. Let's get back down to the action of players making their way out for the second half. Well, Beauden Barrett hasn't had to be too much of a factor in this match just yet, as he kicks off and gets the second half underway. And Coles, the captain, somehow fed that to Jana Shields. Straight through a big gaping hole goes Brad Shields. Here's Perenara. Proctor, whoa, what a massive pass. Philadelphia away for Woodward. Deep it goes. Oh, Fafita. He is taken high by Fafita. Goes himself. Getting all the way. Fafita. No, he's just short. I thought he was over, but he has been stopped by a whisker. Uhila. Lonnie Uhila! Oh, what a try! That is one of the best by the big loose hit prop. The monster of a man has just smashed his way over for a highlight reel try from Lonnie Uhila. Watch this one. Bang! Oh! And who was it? It was his opposite as well. It was Dylan Smith, the loose head prop for the Lions, who has been rocked by a big charge. Bang! Oh, that is absolute pure power and class from Uhila. What a monumental try that was. The whole stadium shook with the power that Uhila showed as he charged over. Fantastic try to kick off the second half. Puts to bed the Lions' chances of this match. But of the pouring rain, there's only one team that's been suited to these conditions. One team we've seen can completely deliver no matter what the weather throws at them. And of course they are from Wellington, where the weather does this all the time. Swirling around the Cape Town, they are absolutely accustomed to what this stadium throws at them. Kicked off again from Yantes. Season for the Lions, we're going home empty-handed. Here's Uhila away to Barrett, and Beauden Barrett's through. Chips over Tomakutzea. Guns alone himself. Regathers, fans away, gets the pass, doesn't find them anyone, and Perenara gets the inside ball from, there was Coles out there. And the Lions turn it over, and Whiteley looks to lead his team forward. A long way to go, 90 metres. It's a back out to Yantes, who's driven into the end goal. Lions desperate to try and hold on to this ball. De Klerk steps through one, gets a nice ball away to Tecklenburg as well, who breaks through 2 tackles. Well done from Tecklenburg. Now there's some space opening up as they come wide. Smith. Skozan finds good ball away as well. Gets it to Marks and Mapu. Mapu stepping. Trying to go around the outside of Marshall. Doesn't get away. Fifth to Clark again. Back to Skozan. He's smashed. He is absolutely hammered. Big tackle from Marty Savia. Where's this ball going? Lions might lose it. Whiteley's battling. He can't find it. And this is opposite as well. That comes away with it. Here's Barrett. Up he goes. Searching in the night sky. But it comes down for the Lions. Holo could not get there in time. De Klerk. Faf de Klerk goes on a bit of a scamper all by himself. He's a bit isolated here as Marshall pulls him down. Marshall gets a turnover. Holo still going. And they're still in the 22 are the Hurricanes. Away it goes to Savia. Ferilofa! Now the big second row is charging through again. He is just short. Some big runs coming in here. Speaking of big runs, here's Lonirilla. Coming off the big pass from Shields. Here's Vito. Pops it up. Holo. Oh, Woodward's missed it. Barron tries to save the day, but the Lions have somehow snaffled that try from the Hurricanes. Now Mozart goes for a bit of a run. Here's a bit of a trip. Seven past the Marks. Mozart's back. He's dummying, stepping, looking for support. The Hurricanes let him run as well. Tecklenburg finally taken down from Marshall. Still going here out of their 22 now, going towards halfway. It's Marks again for the Lions. Mapu held up, good tackle from Ferilofa. Now it's a run. Creel finally finds some support out left side, and it goes out on Jane, and he scrags him over the sideline. Does Corey Jane? And Skozan has not had much fun at all. He has been wrapped up convincingly. Every half chance he's had. 28-0, 10 to go. The Hurricanes with an attacking line out just inside the Lions half. Bowden Barrett gets it, reaches for it, and just about charges through 3 tackles. Lions though fight hard for the ball. Lions fight and they turn it over. Oh, lost backwards. Good save there from Mapu. Says Skozan again, gets it inside to Faf de Klerk. Back all the way to their 22 now is running away with it is Ferreira. Gets a nice pass away to Marks inside border. Who else but Tecklenburg once again. Inside he looks to Marks. And this is great interplay from the forwards of the Lions. They go short. Van Rensburg hasn't had the impact he would have liked in this match. Popping around the corner as Smith and Marks doing the work together. Still there for the Lions. It's de Klerk again. Left side Ferreira gets it to Skozan. Oh, that is a crunching tackle from behind. Victor Vito it looked like. Jane hit him half court. Vito finishes the job. Now the Lions look to get over halfway. Would be a good start for them. The time is up. They would like to score some points. As Creel goes way to the Clark. Cuts it back inside. Tecklenburg to Whiteley. Whiteley's on halfway. Oh, and a penalty not releasing. Wow, that was a very quick call from the ref. And some changes coming for the Lions. Ackerman coming on for Whiteley. Some change in the second row as well. Ferreira making his way off. But really, time is up here. What do the Hurricanes want? Oh, they want to tap it. And Barrett has gone with it. May, away to Fafita. Fafita, still got a second row partner there. It's Fayalofa. Coles, away. Finding Woodward, who's just had such poor service on the left wing. Still there, Perinara. Perinara pops it back to Fafita. Fafita is busting away. Puts in the fan. Gets hit from the side. Cover defense just takes him out. Still there, Savia. Holo. He's in for 2. Willis Holo scores with his acceleration around the outside. We've seen him do it the first half. He's done it again in the second. Holo scores, and it was all the hard work that quickly made up the ground from the forwards, especially the second rows for Fita and Fatilofa. But once again, Mapu caught flat-footed. Gets the start around him, does Holo, and it is all goodbye from there. Super Rugby champions will be the Hurricanes. Well, this season started with a thrashing at the hands of the Brumbies. The season will end with a quarter-final, a semi-final, and now a grand final with no tries conceded. Will we ever say that again for Super Rugby champions? We will find out in future years, but for now the Hurricanes, well and truly the best team in Super Rugby. There is the final whistle. The Hurricanes have done it. They missed out last year by a whisker, but they always say you must lose one to win one. The Hurricanes have done it the hard way, and they have made it to the pinnacle of the Super Rugby mountain. 2016 Super Rugby champions, the Hurricanes. They have well and truly dismantled the Lions in the final, 35-0. Tries for Uhila, Proctor and Jane with one apiece, but it was Willis Holoholo who picked up a pair, the second right on the buzzer, to put that exclamation mark on the score for the Hurricanes. Barrett, 5 conversions out of 5 attempts. The Lions, they had chances, but their X-Factor players were missing in action, especially the outside backs. Mapu was poor, but you got to look at Skosan, was absolutely wrapped up. Nothing really come the way of Combrink at all in the bag. Santis didn't have the ball to play with, which we'll have a look now at the possession stakes. 38%, never going to be enough to win a grand final unless you have an exceptional display with the little ball you have. The Hurricanes, on the other hand, 73% of the territory. That's an awful lot, and that really explains the scoreline. Tackle count, huge. But the handling errors from the Hurricanes, bit of a concern maybe, but the weather well and truly kept those nice and high. The Lions, though, had no answer, and they will be going back to South Africa as the first loser. Second place for 2016 in Super Rugby. The Hurricanes still at 35-0, and they are the 2016 champions. A year on, after the same day, they were, well, suffering from a very, very tight loss. Alright, so that wraps up my time for today. This has been a great season of Super Rugby. I hope you've all enjoyed all the matches that I've been bringing you over the whole season, the reviews, the previews of the actual action, the stunning matches of the week, all that kind of Super Rugby stuff. It is done and dusted for another year. Of course, we'll have Super Rugby sides featuring in future, as we'll definitely bring back the one-off what-if series with all kinds of crazy matchups from around the globe and all sorts of other games from rugby internationally and globally as well, from all over the world, obviously. So that wraps me up. Super Rugby done and dusted. Thank you for tuning and watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time, wherever we may end up. But until then, take care.